Good morning. My name is Della in Lancaster, and I attend Tuscaloosa Christian School. And today I will be performing the Little Matchka by Hans Christian Andersen. It was very cold. The snow fell, and it was nearly quite dark. For his evening. Yes, the last evening of the year. Amid the cold and the darkness, a poor little girl with bare head and naked feet was roaming through the streets. It was true she had a pair of slippers when she had first set out, but they were not of much use. They were large, so large they had indeed hitherto been used by her mother. Besides, the little creature lost them as she hurried across the street in order to avoid two carriages that were driving very quickly past. One of the slippers was not to be found, and the other was pounced upon by a boy who ran away with it, saying that it would serve for a cradle when he should have children of his own. The little girl crept along, her feet red and blue with cold. She held a bundle of matches and an old apron and a number of them in her hand. Nobody had bought anything from her the whole livelong day. Nobody had even given her a penny. She continued along, shivering with cold and hunger. She was the perfect picture of misery, poor little thing. Snowflakes covered her long flaxen hair, which hung in pretty curls around her throat. But she did not heed them now. Lights flooded from all the windows, and there was a savory smell of roast goose in the air, for it was New Year's Eve. This she did heed. She now sat down, cowering in a corner formed by two houses, one which projected over the other. She had drawn her little feet under her, but she now felt colder than ever. Yet she dared not return home, for she had not sold a match and could not bring home a penny. She would certainly be beaten by her father, and it was cold enough at home besides, for they had only the roof above their heads, and the wind came howling through it, though the largest holes had been stopped with straw and rags. Alas, what good a single match might do! She might only draw one out of the bundle and rub it against the wall and warm her fingers. So at last she drew one out. Ah, how it sparks and how it burns! Gave out a warm, bright flame like a little candle. It truly was a wonderful little light. It really seemed to the little girl as if she was sitting before a large iron stove with the polished brass feet and the little brass shovel and tongs. The fire burned so brightly and warmed so nicely that the little girl stretched out her feet to warm them likewise when, lo, the stove vanished and the flame expired, leaving nothing but a little half-burned match in her hand. She drew another one out and rubbed it against the wall. And it shone upon the wall, and where it shone, she could see into the room, and the latter became as transparent as a veil. And a snow-white tablecloth was spread upon the table, on which stood a splendid china dinner service. Roast goose sent forth savory fumes, which was stuffed with apples and prunes. And what was more delightful still to see was when the roast goose jumped from the dish and waddled up to the poor little girl with a knife and fork sticking from its breast. The match then went out, leaving nothing but the thick, damp wall. She lit another match, and it really seemed to the little girl as if she was sitting before a large Christmas tree that was larger and even more superbly decked than the one that she had seen through the glass door at the rich merchants. 1,000 tapers burned on its green branches, and gay pictures, such as one sees on shields, seemed to be looking down upon her. She stretched out her feet when, lo, the match then went out, and the Christmas lights rose higher and higher. They now looked like stars. One of them fell from the sky, leaving a long streak of fire. Someone is now dying, thought the little girl, for her old grandmother, the only person who had ever loved her and who was now dead, had told her that when a star falls, it is a sign that a soul is going up to heaven. She again rubbed another match against the wall, and there was again light all around, and in the brightness stood her old grandmother, clear and shining like a spirit. "Oh, grandmother," she cried, "take me with you. I know you will vanish like the nice warm stove and the delicious roast and the fine large Christmas tree. Oh, take me with you." And she made haste to rub the whole bundle of matches against the wall, for she wished to hold her grandmother fast. And it gave a light that was brighter than noonday. Her grandmother had never appeared so large nor so beautiful. She took the little girl in her arms, and they flew upwards, all radiant and joyful, far, far above mortal ken, to a place where there was neither cold nor hunger nor care to be found, to a place where there was no snow nor rain nor stormy wind, but calm sunny days all year round. But in the cold dawn, the little girl might be seen leaning against the wall, with red cheeks and smiling mouth, for she had been frozen on the last night of the old year. The New Year's sun shone on the little dead girl. She still held a bundle of matches, one which was half burned. She tried to warm herself, people said, but nobody dreamed of the fine things she had seen, nor what splendor she had entered, along with her grandmother, upon the joys of the new year.